Hello. We are going home now. Well, I'm a bit stressed out now. My dog, especially the bigger one, named Gora, barks a lot. So I couldn't stop him. There was some dogs in the same room and they kept barking a lot. Okay, on our way here, I was listening to this YouTube video of this American guy named, I forgot his name, but Mike? Okay, anyway, he speaks great Japanese, and I was so surprised to hear him speaking such great Japanese. Okay, it's kind of impressive, but also discouraging to me, because why could he speak such good English and no Japanese, even though I've been struggling with speaking English for such a long time. Yeah, everybody is in a different situation, so he must have been in a situation which helped him become such great Japanese speaker, I guess. So that's why. And he worked out a lot, and maybe he's a music person, he has good ears, but he spoke a lot. He must have spoken a lot, and maybe he's lucky, just a lucky guy, but I'm sure that he made a lot of effort. So I can't just admire him. Okay, it's not good for me to compare with myself with others, right? So I'm not trying to do this, but okay, in his video, which has great view, like more than 1 million views, okay, and it's in Japanese, and the title of the video is that how to be able to speak English in the fastest way. The title was so enticing to me that I really wanted to watch it. Normally, I don't want to watch any videos explained in Japanese because I really want to improve my English and Spanish at the moment, right? I really want to make the most of my time, so why not? Why should I watch videos in Japanese? That's how I always what I always feel. Okay, this lens, okay, because of iPhone's lens, my breasts are getting lower and lower the older I get. Yeah, I understand, but even this makes me feel this lens makes me look like I have my breasts much lower than they are actually. Okay, I don't want to shot myself this angle. I mean, okay, in his video he was talking about a very important thing for us Japanese who are learning English. Okay, 3 things. Okay, he pointed out 3 things. 1, okay, about pronunciation. 2nd, the purpose of learning. And 3rd, excuse me, what was that? The 3rd, yeah, okay, something that we really need to improve in a real sense if we want to be a great English speaker. No, I don't think so. It's so confusing. The signal was changing to yellow, but there was a long interval between. There are two versions of signals, right? One signal is for pedestrians, and the other is for cars, right? And the pedestrians signal turned yellow already. Red. So I thought that the signal was about to change, but it was quite longer than I thought it would be, and I could have speeded up, or hit the floor. Is it okay? Hit the floor. I could have hit the floor to make it, but I decided not to because I knew that the signal was about to change very, very soon. But the interval was longer than I thought it would be, so there was a silence, the blank. I could have gone, but it would have been more dangerous, so my decision was right because, okay, anyway, this is not important. Okay, he pointed out the number one thing, pronunciation. This is so surprising. Okay, he said that we don't have to speak like native speakers. Yeah, I know, but even if we speak English in samurai English, it makes us sound very cool. Wow, really? I remember I must have watched the video some time ago, like 2 years ago or so, or even more, even before. Okay, the video was uploaded about 5 years ago, so it's quite old. It's 5-year-old video, and I remember I have watched it at least once, but I don't remember. Okay, I didn't remember what it was at all, so it's like that was new to me today. Okay, and he said that we can express ourselves in samurai English, and if we want to sound like Native American, native speakers, it'll take much time, and it'll cost a lot too, because we have to buy some studying materials to improve our pronunciation, right? Yeah, I did. It cost me so much money because I learned several teachers. I learned how to pronounce English from several teachers, only pronunciation. Okay, and I bought a lot of CDs and texts, DVDs, and so many things. So what he says is that if you just want to make friends with English-speaking people, then your pronunciation doesn't have to be that good. Okay, if you speak like, I am a Japanese girl and I want to speak English, that is why I am practicing English. I can't do this. I can't totally sound like someone who is not good at English, because I've acquired some skills of pronunciating English, so I don't know how total beginners must sound. Okay, but yeah, this is the number one thing. Okay, you don't have to sound like native speakers, and if you speak like typical Japanese, okay, you can make yourself totally understood. Is it okay? I'm skeptical though. Okay, anyway, This is what he said. And then number 2, the purpose. Okay. English education for Japanese people, Japanese students are aimed for reading difficult materials like textbooks. I don't know what it is called, but I mean something that theory, thesis. I can't find that word. Okay. Anyway, if you go to university, you have to read a lot of texts, right? A lot of materials in English. So for that purpose, we study English for that purpose. So that's why at school we don't practice. They don't give us to practice. They don't give us the opportunity to practice our speaking. They don't give us the opportunity to practice our listening. All they give us to do is reading and expanding our vocabularies. Very passive, right? But if you want to be a scholar, or if you want to be a scientist or some particular professions like lawyers, okay, then you need to study specific things in English, right? But if you just want to communicate with people in English, then you should improve your conversational skills, and you don't have to expand your vocabulary to the point where you can read some difficult, very complicated materials, right? Yeah, if you can communicate enough and then you want to go up to the next level, then you can train yourself, right? By reading lots of things. And of course, reading helps your English improve. At a certain level, okay. And if you read lots of things, okay, and then your English improves because of this. It helps so much. But okay, anyway, and the purpose, okay. When do you want to improve your English for? This is very important, and because he was talking about Chinese Chinese woman who was selling something to him in China, and all English she was speaking was just about price, and her English was broken, but she was doing her job perfectly in English, and that's the English she was speaking was enough for her. Then why should she have to? Should she study or read newspaper or read something difficult, right? She doesn't need to, right? This is what I'm thinking about and how I feel now about my Spanish, because I really want to be conversationally fluent in Spanish, and I decided not to read anything at the moment. I'm gonna spend my entire free time, okay, to do something about improving my conversational skills at the moment. And if I become pretty comfortable with my speaking in Spanish, and then I really want to read more, okay, but I try not to spend any of my time on reading something in Spanish at the moment, because it's not very effective at the moment at this level. I feel this way. So my purpose is clearer now than before. When I was studying English, all I did was to study for the tests, okay? So I spent lots of time doing the textbook, okay, workbook, to pass the test. So I really had to read a lot, okay, and conversation. All I did was reading and memorizing all those words and expressions, difficult ones, and I had my passive vocabulary expanded, but this doesn't help my speaking skills. Yeah, eventually your passive knowledge is helping you when you speak, yeah, of course, but even though you expand your passive vocabulary by memorizing all those individual word or expression or idiom or any other thing, okay, but unless you practice speaking, right, you cannot be a decent speaker, right? So that's what he says for the number two, purpose. You should have your own clear goal, and then you can choose the level, okay? If your goal is like becoming like a native speaker, then it takes time, much longer time. But if you just want to be comfortable with conversation, and then it doesn't take that much time, right? And it's easier for you to try, and it makes you more motivated because your goal is not too far-fetched. All right? Okay, and number 3, something that we really should focus on, which is listening skills, because even though we are given the opportunity to read a lot at school, but they never give us the opportunity to train our listening skills, right? Should I go? No, I don't think so. I should stop. Okay. And so that's why listening is something that you should work on yourself. You should focus on, okay? If your listening skills are not good, you can't understand what others people are speaking to you, right? If we speak, I'm not sure about this, but if we speak English in samurai English, we might be able to make ourselves understood, but if we can't understand other people, we can't communicate in a real sense, right? Yeah, I understand that. Okay. So setting the realistic goal, that is suitable for you is very important, I think. After watching his video, my opinion is that we should set a realistic goal. This is number one priority. But when you learn your first foreign language, you can't see the whole picture, right? Then you can't set the right goal for yourself. Yeah, this is reality, I guess, because I was studying English. I knew nothing about what learning language or learning foreign languages were all about. So I just I was just totally blind. Okay, I tried everything that I could find. Okay, and I didn't even know. I even didn't know if that was the right way for me or not. So every time I had to do some trial and error, and here I am. And then looking back, now I can see almost the whole picture now. But about 10 years ago to 20 years ago, I couldn't see anything. So I just tried anything that I thought it would be good for myself. So that's why it took me so long time. But when it comes to my Spanish, I'm aiming to be a conversationally fluent speaker first and foremost, and then if I have become conversationally fluent Spanish speaker, then I will start reading a lot to brush up my my Spanish language. But there are many theories in the language learning world, right? So I don't know what is good and what is bad. I understand what is bad probably, but what is not effective or something. But if I don't know how to say this, but if the material is effective or not, all depends on the person, right? How he or she uses the method. Okay, it's so bright. Oh my goodness. This car is so slow. I love the car though. And today I became a bit serious about my language learning again because I found this woman. I was talking about her while I was taking a bath, and I was really stupid, don't you think so? Bare face, naked face, and naked, and in the bathtub. I was so excited to talk about her, but after that I became calm, and I began to feel embarrassed because she doesn't know me, right? And I get too excited, and her level is like levechi in Japanese. Levechi means leve means a level, and chi means different. Okay, it's short for level chigai. Level is a level. Chigau means different. Okay, her level, English level, is extraordinary. Okay, exceptional. She must have been living in an English-speaking country, and her late husband, her husband passed away 2 years ago, and he must have been an English speaking person. She is different, so different. Okay, she's exceptional, and I don't think that my giving her my comments. Okay, I left my 2 of my comments, but I don't think she would be happy about them. Just even though I'm Japanese, she doesn't feel very happy about it because my English level is lower. Yeah, obviously, she doesn't get anything from me. Yeah, probably. I don't want to say something like this. And what is it? Police car or I don't know, ambulance? It's so distracting, right? Okay, anyway, I was very serious today, and after becoming too excited about talking about her, but now I feel like I'm very stupid. And anyway, there was a big earthquake, like magnitude 6 or 7 in Kyushu, I guess, and there was tsunami or tidal wave. There was a possibility of tidal waves, and so I'm a bit worried about them. And in this region, haven't been many earthquakes so far for the last many years. So I began to worry about our region. I mean, a big earthquake might happen very soon or something. Okay. All right. I'm gonna turn to the left. I have to pay attention to all those people walking. All right. Here I am at my house. Okay. Anyway. I'll try to stay positive. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you very soon. Okay, peace out.